Red Guardian is such a blast to use for me. I've been playing him for quite a few months now. I was a little bit late on his buff. I think I started playing him like 1 or 2 months afterwards, and immediately once I started playing him, I was like, this guy is legit, and he is going to help my Battlegrounds deck a lot. And that is something he definitely has done. I'm going to have a lot of Battlegrounds fights in this video, and then a lot of fights from other pieces of content, but I think his best place in the game right now is definitely in Battlegrounds, because he is meant to be a short fight nuke kind of champion. Not to say he can't do boss killing type health pools, like Spring of Sorrow kind of stuff, but I do think his place to shine is in Battlegrounds right now. So I have him rank 5 ascended and Sig 200. I do think he kind of wants to be Sig 200 in an ideal scenario, just because you want as much extra crit rate as possible on your specials and heavies, especially when so many mystics in this game have crit resist, and Red Guardian does not have an effect like Sunder to get rid of it. So I do think it's very important that you have him at a high Sig, and I don't know if I'd rank him unduped because of how important having that Sig is to me. But we're going to start off some content, starting against Realm of Legends Captain Marvel in just a second. And in this fight, we're just going to be doing the basic Red Guardian rotation. There are a couple different ways to play him, and I actually used to do one rotation that I don't do anymore, except for in specific matchup scenarios. And for this basic one, it's kind of just get to SP2 with 15 of your shield durability, and then drop it, and then just do a crap ton of damage. So that's the basic rotation that I use a lot more often now. The other rotation would be to immediately start the fight by breaking your shield by eating a heavy attack. That's going to stun the opponent and place the trauma on them, which you get the trauma from the SP2 as well, but if you wanted to have the trauma early, then you can break your shield and place it. But I think it's better to just ramp your charges, because when you drop the SP2, it does more attack based on how many charges you had, and if you can max out the charges and get a double crit, almost everything dies, and you're going to see a lot of that in the Battlegrounds fights I'm about to show off. So here goes my SP2, again with only 7 charges, 50k, and then we don't get a crit at the end, which was like 34k, so definitely pretty nice. And then those heavy attacks obviously hit really hard afterwards. So next up, we're going to fight Juggernaut, and this is going to be a rotation that's largely the same, except we're going to use the SP1, and the reason we want to use an SP1 is because it's going to place a slow, and obviously Juggernaut goes unstoppable a lot, so I just don't want to deal with the slow. The slow refreshes on your heavy attack, like the trauma does, like the fragility does, just like his other debuffs and things. So here, I don't think I'm even going to go for max charges. We'll see what I do. I don't remember exactly. I'm going to go for the Relic, which will place a physical vulnerability, because I'm running the Spider-Man 2099 Relic. And boom, look at those heavies. That's 60k heavy attacks. Just completely ridiculous. That heavy almost kills him, and then an SP1 right here will. So don't forget, you do get extra crit rating on your special 1 as well as your heavy and special 2. So it can do some nice damage to finish off fights in that case. So the first fight in Battlegrounds we're going to show off is a Shuri. And this is a rank 3 Shuri, if I remember correctly. But the reason I really like... Oh, it's rank 2, sorry. Rank 2 Shuri. And the reason I like Red Guardian for this fight is because you don't have to force the dexes to gain your 15 durability. Because if you know the Shuri SP2 dex like I do, or SP1 dex like I do, you're just going to go from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, just like that. And now I just need to get to an SP2, and she's going to die. We're going to throw the Relic, place the physical vulnerability, drop SP2, crit, 3% heavy attack, she's dead. And there we go, just like that. That is a 39-second Shuri takedown, faster than a rank 5 Ascended Hulkling. So clearly, Red Guardian is better than Hulkling based off that screenshot. So next up, we're going to fight Mojo with Red Guardian, and this is going to be the same thing. We're just going to get to an SP2, but I'm not going to force the ablative shield charges as much, because I am fighting a Mystic here, so I do have class advantage, so I might not need to have as much damage as I would against that Shuri. So we're going to see exactly how it goes, because I genuinely don't remember, but we do get a nice amount of shield charges by dexing his SP2, of course, because it is 4 beams, so that's 4 triggers of dex. Mojo doesn't feel like throwing his special at all. There he finally does. So I'm going to get the full dex and then go back in. Relic, physical vulnerability, special 2, crit, and heavy attack, he's dead. And it's just that simple. Like, that's how 90% of Red Guardian fights go. And to put this to the test, how powerful this guy is going to be, we're going to fight a Korg next. And Korg, obviously, he purifies a lot. He will do thorns damage to you. He has a lot of crit resistance. So we're going to test the strength of Red Guardian's sig ability for that extra crit rate on specials. And I am going to take a little bit of damage in this fight, largely just due to my human error. I could have finished this at a full health if I didn't do that mistake right there. That was the only thing that's going to go wrong in this fight. Everything else is going to go absolutely beautifully. And now I can intercept with mediums because his shield is down. So I'm going to wait for the shield to come back, I believe. His rock shield, I mean. And then we're going to break it one more time. And then just like that, this Korg is going to go down right after. We go for a relic into a special 2. We get a crit. We get another crit. And now I want to go for a parry heavy. We don't get the crit there. And then we miss the heavy attack there, but that's okay. And then heavy, no we don't heavy. I'm actually just gonna break his shield first, and then he's gonna die with the SP1 right after. So that's a rank 2 Korg taken down with the Science Champ in 63 seconds, and the only reason I lost a lot of health was just a bad intercept on my part. So next up, we're gonna fight Dr. Doom, another champ with a lot of crit resist. I don't like this matchup too much because if anyone's crit resist is going to screw you over, it's Dr. Doom's, because he does have the highest in the game, if I remember correctly. But we still have other ways of making this fight easier. The slow is another debuff that will increase our crit rating, and the slow also prevents his aura activation, so we never have to worry about throwing a heavy attack or a special 2 into the aura, because the aura simply won't trigger. And there, with all the extra crit rate I had, I broke through even Dr. Doom's crit resist and had a 43-second fight. So next up is going to be an Onslaught, and Red Guardian is my personal favorite Onslaught counter in my entire deck. And maybe second to Tigra, but I do think that he is my favorite in my deck. Largely, again, you have easy dexes just to max out your shield charges really fast. He throws his SP1, and then you kind of have all that you need. Like, see, I lost 4 right there, but I'm going to get right back to 15 almost immediately. And at this point, I'm just going to bait one more special attack, and then we're going to be set up for success. I do have the Onslaught SP1 counter well mastered, so if you don't have that, it's going to take a little bit longer. But either way, we get a crit, we get another crit, and we don't even need a heavy attack. He's just simply dead. 42-second Onslaught fight, almost full health, about as good as it can get. So the next couple fights are going to be from the arms race meta, so everything here is damage inflated, obviously, but they were really funny because arms race was just a silly meta, especially with a champ like Red Guardian. So we're just going to see the magic here, and it's just the magic of Red Guardian's SP2, dude. It hits so hard, and it just makes fights like this be able to happen sometimes. Like, we go for it, we get no crit, and we do get a crit, and he's just wiped out. He's just gone. 18-second Scorpion fight. Maybe the fastest fight in Battlegrounds I've ever had. I feel like that would be very close to it. Next up, we're going to be fighting another Onslaught. Again, this one is in the arms race meta, so we want to bait this SP1 real quick, and we have our shield charges maxed out. Probably didn't need to. I probably could have just pushed him to SP2 and called it a day. But he also, I'm not sure if I intentionally baited the SP2. He might have just tried to throw it. But either way, I'm going to go for an SP1 that's going to finish the job, because we did miss the crit there. But it's all good because he is dead just like that. So next up, we're going to fight an Ebony Maw. And I think the last couple BG's fights are all going to be from... No, actually, okay, so not this one. I'm going to tell you when it actually happens. This one is going to be the same arms race meta, I believe. Except Maw has a thing where he reduces ability power rate by like 40%, I think, maybe 60. So we do have to work a little bit before we start nuking. Like there I could have thrown the relic. I don't really know why I didn't. And we would have been a couple seconds faster. But anyway, we get a crit, he's dead. That's it. Arms race meta fight, again, 23 seconds, could have been like 20 seconds legitimately. And yeah, okay, so starting here, the last Battlegrounds fights are from Unascended Red Guardian. I try to keep all of the fights I put in these showcase videos at the same rank. However, they were pretty cool fights, so I figured I'd show them anyway. This is from the Bob and Weave meta. So we have not crit me with your best shot. We have Bob and Weave. I don't know what I was getting at, but it's Bob and Weave in Counter-Strike. So we get to an SP2, and ideally this long shot's just gonna die. What are we doing? Ramping our shield charges a little more. Probably didn't need to. I don't think I needed to at all. We go for Relic. We go for SP2. Bang. Pow. He's dead. Long shot taken in 34 seconds. Next up, we're going to fight a rank 2 Wong. And I might go for SP1 in this fight. It makes sense for me to, just because of... this is rank 3 Wong, not rank 2. Because of Wong's Unstoppable that he gets from both his... Well, not his blue spell, because we're buff immune. So, actually, we don't have to worry about the blue spell Unstoppable. We just have to worry about his heavy attack Unstoppable. So, there's a chance I don't go for an SP1 here. We're going to see what I actually do, because I recorded this a long time ago. But anyway, we do have Counter-Strike, of course, but on the SP2, that doesn't really make much of a difference because of the amount of attack increase we're getting from breaking the shield. But anyway, Special 2, drop it, and he's at 15%, and I didn't get a crit there. That's unfortunate, but we're going to go for an SP2 here, or heavy attack, actually, and he's just dead. So, lost a little bit of health, but it's all good. It's just Bob and Weave being Bob and Weave. So 45 seconds, rank 3 Wong, and we didn't even have the Ascended Red Guardian here. So this is against an Absorbing Man. Yeah, same thing. Gonna probably just go for an SP2, and he's probably just gonna die. Yeah, we get a shield charge just like that. And I want to try to dex his SP1 a bit more if I can, but I'm not really getting the dex. It's not a big deal, but just would be nice to get a little bit more shield charges. There, I got one, and now I'm going to go for the heavy attack to break his Uru form, because we don't want that physical resist, of course. And one more shield charge, or not. 14's fine. Go for SP2. He has crit resist, but we're still going to crit a good bit. And I don't know why he threw that SP1, man. I was trying my hardest to not let him do that. But heavy attack, he's still not dead. Heavy attack, he's dead. So that could have been faster if he didn't throw that SP1, like almost 10 seconds faster, but still. Very, very fast fight regardless. And next up, this is a rank 4 Red Guardian, actually. So we're actually going down in the ranks, man. I don't even know why. But it's fine. Rank 4 versus rank 4, I believe. I believe I go for a slow in this fight as well. And here's where I was trying the old rotation, where I break the shield first. And again, I don't think that's the way to go anymore, but it has its place. It might have been useful here, I'm not really sure. Either way, we go for the SP1 for the slow. Probably didn't need it, but it's nice to have, especially with Rintra's crit resist, so I'll take the extra crit rate if I can get it. And he just keeps throwing heavies, which is cool. But here I'm like, you know what, I can nuke him. We only have 7 charges, that's all I need. Boom, bang, he is dead with that heavy attack. So, absolutely beautiful 40-second Rintra fight at equal ranks. And then the last fight of the video is last fight of the Battlegrounds, not of the video. Last fight of the Battlegrounds section is going to be rank 4 Red Guardian versus this rank 2 Chavez. And you can tell these clips are old, like we don't even see the ranks, I just kind of remember them. So, anyway, let's see, this is probably when I was still doing the heavy attack immediate rotation. Yeah, we bait the heavy attack, she drops it, and we block it. And there we go, we get a nice intercept there. Go for an SP1, didn't need it. I was just doing weird rotations. Well, this was Footloose. Okay, so maybe it made a bit more sense to go for an SP1. But, like, she's almost dead and we're not even at the SP2 yet, so That's cool. Like, am I even gonna get to an SP2 before she dies? Yeah, we're gonna drop it, and it does like 1 billion damage in overkill. Actually, we didn't get a crit, so never mind. But 37-second fight, rank 2 Chavez with a rank 4. Like, I mean, it's so good. Okay, next up, we're gonna fight Spider-Man Supreme, and this is fun because this is the node. What's it called? Heavy Assault, I think. It was literally on the screen, I just missed it. I think it's called Heavy Assault, and this is Unascended Red Guardian, but still, it's going to be a really fun time. And watch the heavy attacks. That's 150k. Parry, heavy attack, and do that 2 more times and he dies. Parry heavy, 1 more time. Parry and heavy, and he's dead. Like, that's the fastest Act 8 boss ever. Like, I think that's 845 if I remember correctly. 21 seconds, like, about as good as it gets. So, this is a path with, they take more damage from heavy attacks, which was just super fun, so I wanted to do it. It's a weapon node in 842, I believe. And is my Red Guardian Ascended here? Let me see. Yeah, he is. Okay. So, Ascended Red Guardian versus Old Man Logan on this node. I get intercepted there. It's fine. I don't remember the nodes here, how I steal his thing, but it's gonna happen because this fight's gonna go pretty fun. Is it hit 15 combo or something? Yeah, it's hit 15 combo. I'm gonna break my shield, and then I'm gonna go for heavy attack, and boom. It didn't crit. Hold on. Here it is. Boom. Oh, it didn't crit. Hold on. It's this one, I'm sure. This one. Oh my gosh, dude. Just crit. There we go. There we go. What was that? 270,000 damage, if not more? Like, oh man, he was so fun on that path. So, next up, we're fighting Sentry. Same node. This one is really fun too. Because same node, obviously. But either way, we're going to get a bunch of SP1 dexes against the Sentry to fuel our charges, if we didn't do that already, because you know what's happening here that I forgot? Why am I going for an SP1? Oh, I know why I'm doing that. Okay. We're going to break the shield, and then, yeah, those are 2 heavy attacks that nearly killed him. And then we go for 1 more after this relic, and bang, he's dead. 176k heavy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we gain placebo or something by hitting their block on this path. And Red Guardian, he has that thing where he's immune to buffs, so he just gains a charge instead. That's how you ramp charges on Dex, because you're immune to the Dex buff. So anyway, we're gonna fight this Jubilee now, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing the same thing that I did against Sentry, where I'm gonna go for the SP1 instead of dropping the SP2 like I did against Old Man Logan. And then we're gonna eat a heavy attack, and then we're gonna kill her. That's basically how it works. So SP1 here, she's regenning. That's okay, because she's not gonna be able to regen much longer. When we throw a heavy attack, and we relic into another heavy attack, oh yeah, she's dead. 178k heavy. With red numbers that were equal to it, so it's what? 360,000 damage or something? I can math. Anyway. Alright, this is a Power Shield 2.0 fight from like a side quest like a couple months ago. I don't remember exactly which one, but either way, we're taking it with Red Guardian, of course, and we're going to go for an SP2, and it's going to hit him really hard because Power Shield, and it's going to be a jolly good old time. So we throw an SP1. I don't know why. Oh, does he have foot? Yeah, it's Footloose. That's why. Dude, that's like the second time I'm like, why did I drop the SP1? Oh yeah, it's a Footloose node. That's why. So it makes sense. We're going to go for a heavy attack right there. We refresh the slow. And guess what? He can't evade. He can't go unstoppable because slow is awesome. And now we wait out the indestructible. But I'm going to take damage because, no I'm not. Oh, we whiff it. Oh, that's okay though, because we get a massive... What the heck happened? Oh yeah, you went stun immune. Ignore me. We whiffed the headbutt for some reason, which was disappointing. But that's okay. We go for an SP1. He's almost dead. I think another SP1 is going to finish the job. No, it's not. If we got a crit there, it would have. We're gonna go for another SP1. He's dead now. We also got the SP1 faster because his combat power rate goes up by 25% when the opponent is slowed, which is really cool. It makes ramping him a lot more fun. So, all right, next up we have Alliance War fights, and this first one is gonna be against a Wong on node 13. And this has long distance relationship, insult to injury, all that jazz. But this fight's gonna go a little haywire because some weird stuff happens. But anyway, I'm just gonna parry heavy until I get to an SP1, just to, you know, minimize getting the weakness on me. And then the SP1, they're gonna place a slow, which is gonna be fun and awesome. But anyway, I'm going to Dex there, which is going to give me a shield charge, and now he's slowed, so the fight should be under control, but it doesn't stay under control, and you're going to see that first by me missing a parry and losing half my health, which it was like an input issue or something, because I remember, like, how did I not parry there? And then I get parried myself because he resists my heavy attack, and now my slow is gone, so I'm like, okay, you need to die, my friend, because I don't want to die myself. And at this point, parry heavy, that I could have gotten punished there probably because I was slow, but that's okay, because I didn't. And now we get rid of his Eldritch Energy, which is nice, and I'm just like, please die. I don't want to die. You hurt me too much. We throw the relic, we go for a heavy, boom, he's not dead because we didn't get a crit for some reason. Boom, he's dead here. So yeah, that fight almost went really badly, but it didn't, so we're chill. Next up, we're fighting Kindred on node 33. This is more or less a path split placement, but Red Guardian did a really good job here. Do I have power backs active for this fight? We're gonna see. I also have the Wong cross fight, which is kind of nice because it means I get to push Kindred to an SP1 earlier, which means I get to pause my outbreak gain earlier. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see. He throws an SP1, and we parry, so we don't lose any shield charges, and we get a prowess too, which is a neato. Anyway, Kindred, he throws it again. I get a parry. No, I don't. Did I parry? I don't think. No, I didn't. That's okay though. We just need him to throw another one. He does. We get the parry that time. And here I'm just like, okay, I'm going to get to an SP2, and he's going to die pretty soon. He throws another SP1. Don't get the parry. It's all no big deal. It's fine. We go for a relic. We go for an SP2 right there. I didn't have power backs. That would have made this fight a lot easier. Here I'm rooted, but we kept his charges low enough to where he doesn't immediately degen me. And I have an SP1. I throw it. He's dead. Easy Kindred fight. So yeah, next up, we have a couple more war fights, starting with this Iron Man Infinity War on nodes 29. And Iron Man, not the best matchup for Red Guardian, but it is a really good matchup for Red Guardian versus this node. The last fights in the video are unascended Red Guardian, by the way. So just take note of that. He's not ascended here. But either way, back to the fights. Red Guardian's pretty good for this fight, just because he doesn't care about EMP mod, because EMP mod will only trigger if I gain a buff, and he doesn't do that, so we don't have to worry about that part at all. Anyway, we go into the fight. We get a bunch of ablative charges by dexing his SP1, of course, because there's a bunch of dexes there. Here I was trying to break my shield first, which, again, I guess old rotation me. Doesn't really matter which one I use here. At least I don't think. You know what? Actually, I think it makes sense here because on the off chance my SP2 doesn't one-shot him, I want my... Well, okay, so if I didn't go for a heavy attack, I would be doing a lot less damage than I am right now. And on the off chance my SP2 doesn't kill, if I didn't throw it with... I can't talk. Anyway, if my SP2 didn't kill him immediately, we would be in a bad spot. So I'm just trying to make sure that it kills him immediately. And this was a lower sig Red Guardian, so my max shield charges was that many, 12, but no big deal. He's almost dead. We had science power backs to help out a lot here. He's in his power gain phase, don't really care. Go for a parry, and he throws his heavy, he dies. Really nice time. So, next up is going to be Sauron on node 39. Another fight where being buff immune, super nice. We get a bunch of charges by dexing his SP1. The only threat in this fight left is the Power Sting and just Sauron's kid himself. And I am pretty good at fighting Sauron, if I do say so myself, so that wasn't too big an issue here. But yeah, this Red Guardian was not ascended, he was not Sig 200, not like the earlier war fights. I'm going about this the same rotation as before. I'm not really sure if that was the smart one, but it's okay, because everything's going to be just fine. We go for a heavy attack, and I need Sauron to throw his special here. It's unblockable, that's okay, I know the dex. And Power Sting goes away. I go for a SP1 for a slow, which I probably didn't need to do. And I lost my trauma, which sucks, but also we're going to get another one with the SP2 we're about to throw. Not a big deal. Power Sting goes away. I'm going for heavies that I probably shouldn't be doing because of Stand Your Ground existing. But it's not too bad because we didn't get punished. So anyway, Power Sting's about to fall off. We get a nice intercept. We drop the SP2. Didn't get a crit. Again, not a Sig 200 Red Guardian, so I can't rely on it as much. But we're about to drop another SP2, and that's gonna not do the job because we kill him with a heavy attack instead. So the last fight of this video is going to be against a Bishop on node 40, and that has high energy diet. But we don't care about high energy diet because why? Oh yeah, we do only physical damage. That's why. And that, and the fact that this node also has Burden of Might, and Burden of Might, like EMP mod, triggers when I have buffs. Guess who doesn't gain buffs? It's Red Guardian. You're correct. You're so smart. My viewers are the smartest, man. So, Power Start 1 might have been useful here, but it doesn't really matter, because, again, we're not hindered by Burden of Might at all. Also, this Bishop had recoils, which is awkward, but it's okay, doesn't really matter. He would have died really fast either way. So we go for parry heavy and stuff like that, and now I'm just like, I want to get to my SP2. And we get to the SP2, it crits, and then it crits again, and he's dead, yeah. So easy. That is the last fight of this video, and that is my Red Guardian Rank 5 Ascended Showcase. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely stacked a lot of fights in this one, so if you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and the sub button, all the YouTube jazz that I'm supposed to tell you. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.